Hey Parky, this is a live stream. Currently in Hungary there's a massive festival going on, and I was just crafting and watching it, and I thought I'd jump on and say hey to all my friends out there on YouTube. I missed you guys. I hope you're all doing well out in cyberspace. Is this one of them? Hare Krishna. Respect. Yeah, it does look like they're having a blast. I've been to this festival. They had another one in the summer. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Junk's asking can you donate? Sure you can. It's totally up to you. Oh, factory work. Hare Krishna to you. Hey Jane. chain. Wow, the free-to-play worlds have already become more exciting seeing you guys in here. A donate button. I guess if you like look in the chat, next to the chat there's a button here. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Yeah, Chain's got the right idea. If you have some jugs of wine. Ex-drug addict, current functional addict. Hey, oyster. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Where can we put this? I don't want to make the screen all ugly. Maybe here. Yeah, if you guys want to just come to Draynor and do a bit of skilling, I'm not going to stop you. What do you guys think about doing another kind of Hare Krishna kind of parade in RuneScape today? Something you'd be into? Hey, factory worker, you can look at here if you like. Unless you need to use your dragon axe for super efficiency. Also, what kind of factory are you working in? You're going. Nice to see you, Mad. Oysters here. Respects. You have to leave soon, Jane. Oh wow, thanks, Junks. Got a $5 from Junks. That's really appreciated. Old school RuneScape is the factory. That's true. I started doing some work in factories, and I think I read a book and it said that factory is another word for hell. Oops. Hey, factory worker. I live in the UK. So I don't know if that's a state. What do you mean? What kind of state of consciousness do I live in? I'm aspiring to stay in a state of Krishna consciousness. Oh! It's some mic problems. But I think our mind state is actually more important than the state we live in, especially if you're doing something like factory work. Like your perspective or your motivation as to why you do it can really affect the way you feel whilst doing that activity. Oh, what? Didn't even move too well. That's that new amulet from that spider thing, I think. So, you guys, I got Discord. I think I put the link in the description for the stream. My friend was saying that maybe an option could be to do call-ins. You guys could call in, and if you had some like questions, you could ask some questions. So that's an option. But I also don't know how Discord works very well. Never used it before. So if you guys want to jump in, you can. Sorry, I'm no good with audio.
I'm not going to translate this, I'll just say it in English.
Sorry about that, everyone. I'm an Audionoob, so yes. Oyster, are you doing emeralds over there?
Aromatic oils, camphor and lotus powder and soap and water, and then they're very, very soft like this, and very soft, squeaky clean. So you can feel that with your chanting. If you're chanting, then you'll feel how soft it is, because their names are not different from them. And so we're going to open the curtains just at 9, and it'll just be arti, and then the curtains will close again. And we'll continue. Well, you can continue as long as you like, but the program will continue tomorrow morning. And then for the schedule, you can see it posted up everywhere. And then tomorrow, then we can keep on chanting until the last person drops.
Hey Junks, you said that you respect a monk playing RuneScape. It advocates that you can reach a certain point in life and still join the fun and society. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the point of being a monk, is to kind of prepare your consciousness for kind of re-entering society. I know that a lot of the persons that practiced in the thanks, factory worker. A lot of the persons that take to monkhood generally will be struggling in life a little before they take it up, and it's kind of like an extreme measure to kind of push back and kind of take the reins over your life, because a lot of times in life we're kind of going in the wrong direction, and we need to take a big drastic measure to course correct. Oh yeah, I just realized I turned the music off. Oops. This is my friend Har Noran. He's a good boy. From Hungary. I don't know where to put this. Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna.
I find that this Hare Krishna mantra is really, really powerful. It's changed my life.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama.
This is the deities in Hungary. They are very beautiful. Radha Shamasunda. Hare Krishna. Fungi, yeah, I reached 99 prayer actually. I actually got 100 prayer. One sec. Here you go. 100 prayer. 105 cooking. Can you guys still hear the music? Because on my OBS it's not kind of spiking.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna, Rose.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
Just gonna read these comments from Junks. I've reached states of enlightenment through my meditation and my practices, but I went a bit far and I ended up going the wrong way, trying to fight demons and Satan and many Throth through and many others to protect humankind, and had a fire accident and now have 48% full thickness burns, but still enjoy life. Enjoy my life to the fullest. Lost an eye and tendons in my left hand were replaced with other ones for my toes. I was in a coma for 1 month. For a further 4 rehab and 3 more fully repaired. This sounds really devastating, Junks. I think you can save your, keep your photos, but I'm sure that's an extremely challenging experience to go through, right? Obviously. Did you get any realization out of the whole situation?
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jai Jai Radhe, Jai Jai Shyam, Jai Jai Shri Vrindavan. Jai Jai Radhe, Jai Jai Shyam, Jai Jai Shri Vrindavan. Jai Jai Shri Vrindavanam, Jai Jai Shri Vrindavanam, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hey, thanks for your messages, Junks. It's really inspiring to hear about your perspective on something that happened to you. And it is true that what happens on the outside is less important than what happens on the inside, you know. Because ultimately we are all spiritual beings. We may be having an external experience in this world, but the external experience is always changing, like the seasons. Like we're coming into autumn now, and then winter, and then spring, and then autumn once again. But we're the observer. And likewise, you may get injured, you may get diseased, you may get so many terrible things happen to you, but you can't let those things define you. And as long as we're striving to help and serve and love. Hey Joe. Then we can actually learn so much from bad things that happen externally. I heard that, you know, when something bad happens to us, we should think not, why is this happening to me? But why is this happening for me? There's no such thing as a setback, but a setup. And yeah, I guess we just have to, we just have to kind of stay in strong company, in strong association, to keep us reminded of that, you know. But yeah, I'm really glad that you get something out of my videos, and anyone who leaves a comment saying they get something out of the videos, because it's really special. Hey Joe, and thank you for another donation. I mean, it's super kind. Really appreciate it. Thanks Joe, it's kind to say. Thanks for popping by. It's incredible how powerful it is to be in the present moment sometimes, you know.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama
Hey guys, like I'm just gonna quickly switch this off and just come back to the game. Honestly, I was just kind of chilling out watching that, and I thought I'd pop onto the YouTube and just live stream to some of you guys. I know this kind of thing's probably not so popular, you know, it's not like the most riveting content for you, and I know that a lot of kind of RuneScape content is designed to be very attention, almost kind of hijack your attention in one sense, in terms of like very quick cuts, very quick edits, lots and lots of in-game progress as you go, you know what I mean? And I guess watching this is literally what it looks like to train a skill in RuneScape. So not the most overwhelmingly exciting activity that one can view. But it's not like I'm doing PVM, it's not like I'm doing any sparkly content. I'm just kind of doing what I do, which is like listen to something spiritual. And that's where my attention is. And then kind of my body is just kind of training some skill in the background, and I kind of enjoy just having that physical thing to do, and also personally enjoy the concept of training skills and like okay, I put time into this and number goes up. It's kind of a interesting it is interesting why that is an enjoyable experience, so to speak, like what is so funny about what is so fun about just making your numbers go up. But I guess the way that the game is packaged, like even everything down to like these skill icons, the font, do you know what I mean? The font of the numbers on the skill page panel, the kind of pixelated background, like everything about the way that this game is kind of put together and constructed, I find like it sparks something off in my brain which is satisfying, and I'm convinced that's down to kind of exposure to this in my formative years, like when the brain is being kind of formed. That was when I was playing this game, and yeah, undoubtedly it's like new players are coming along and finding it enjoyable, but for me there's something kind of old about my kind of relationship with it. So yeah, if I'm doing something else, I just pop this on in the background and pop RuneScape on in the background. Like for me, RuneScape's always been a background game. It's never been like the main focus, which is, it is what it is. What do you guys think about that? Are you do you play RuneScape as your primary focus, or is it something different? Like is it something you put on in the background and watch number go up? Hey, bulk orders. What is that shield? Love the vids. Thank you. I appreciate you just popping out down here. That's like the Varrock shield, right? Yeah, we like playing the game. Recently, because I've been doing a lot of work, one thing I've done is I've just been hanging out in Draynor village. Like I haven't really left Draynor village in months, honestly. Or not in months. What am I talking about? In weeks. In a week. And I've just been... I can show you what I've been doing actually. Just quickly take these off. Oops. I've been up here. Come with me if you want, guys. I'm running like this. Fall in, guys. I'll show you what I've been doing for hours upon hours. That's pretty cool that you got these what do you call them? Ranger boots and these items on there, like a silver Iron Man. Pretty good. Yeah, so like for the past couple of weeks or couple of days maybe, I've just had RuneScape on in my pocket, and I've just been in here, attacking this poor man. I've just been splashing on him. I feel so bad. I was watching the way he reacts to a splash. I feel a bit guilty that I've just got this man captive and I'm casting spells upon him. But this is literally what I've been doing for like a week. So I've gone from like 80 to 88 magic on this poor man in Draynor village. So I come here in the corner, cozy bookshelf and fire. And just leave. You can just kind of leave the, like, now this is it for like 20 minutes in my pocket, and 20 minutes is like 12k XP. I think it's 6 GB per XP, so you're talking about like 70k every 12, whatever. But yeah, that's what I've been doing, and it's been an experience. That's for sure. Not really. It's totally, I wouldn't even call it playing a game, but number go up, so I don't mind. Yeah. What do you guys think about sort of making content that's more designed to capture a person's attention than, do you know what I mean? Like, do you think I should start editing my videos to be a bit more snappy and catchy so that they'll appeal to the masses? Because I kind of always had this idea that I just make videos kind of in a way that I'm inspired to make videos, and if people like it, they like it. If they don't, they can unsub. Do you know what I mean? So let me know what you guys think. Like, I like the videos. It's kind of like therapy because you're so relaxed. Yeah. I had my friend Dan, maybe this is Dan P. Hey, old school monk, just catching the first stream of yours. Appreciate your content, the content you've been put up. Anyway, my friend FICO, his he told me that I should make, like this therapy Gecko. There's a famous guy, Therapy Gecko, and he has users call in. Oh, you're Dan. Thanks, man. 610 Sailism. Ex-Sailism. Yeah, Therapy Gecko with call-ins. So I thought it could be like a cool idea to have viewers call in, and we go to some like remote place in RuneScape, and we all kind of sit around cross-legged, and I can take the role of a monk, and you can come with your RuneScape or real life questions, and we could just do like a live stream session where I'm just answering questions and we're having a conversation, and then we can cut it down into like a smaller highlights video like Therapy Gecko, and I think that could be interesting. Junks is saying it depends on what my goal is. So like the goal of the content in reality for me is to kind of inspire anyone who comes in contact with it to evaluate the way that they're perceiving life, the way that they're doing things in life, and potentially like connect to something higher than themselves, to connect to God. And I want to get people chanting Hare Krishna, you know what I mean? Because this Maha Mantra, you guys probably know the Maha Mantra, or you've heard me talk about it a couple 100 times. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Like, this is a mantra that I chant every day for 2 hours. Like, this is part of my sadhana, part of my XP training, my prayer training IRL. I train that every single day, like consistently. And the effect that mantra's had on my life is very profound. Like, if you guys are getting peaceful energy off me or calmness, it's because I found a sense of peace, because I'm no longer in a kind of existential crisis about what's the meaning of my life, but actually now I'm just focused on actually acting on the meaning of my life, which is to serve every soul as best I can, and to connect them to Krishna, connect them to God, connect them to Allah as best as I can. Do you get me? Anyway, I'm here preaching to you guys. I'm sorry about that. Matt says, I think you have a good mentality on it. I just discovered your channel yesterday, and to me, the relaxing and mindful, almost meditative style of the videos is very appealing. Yeah, I appreciate that. Perhaps it's like a kind of oasis or a respite from the hyper-edited attention hijacking content that's out there. Because for me personally, like, if I open up my YouTube channel and if I open up my YouTube, Discover page, and start going on the RuneScape content, which is like, hey, this is my Varlamore ultimate chunk locked Iron Man, and it's like constant dopamine hits of, here's one achievement, here's another achievement, if I get this achievement then I could do that, and it really captures my attention, and they're edited in a way that the pacing keeps my attention locked in, and what I find is that when I watch those, it definitely helps me kind of take my mind off my problems and my stresses in real life, but it doesn't really leave me with anything lasting other than like, okay, let's watch another one. Like, I need to see the next progress. Is he going to get the skill cape? Is he going to do this? Is he going to do that? So it's like, I appreciate the content. I also appreciate the talent of the people that are making it. Like some of the editing, like this Josh Isn't Gaming guy, his editing is fabulous. Like the way that he kind of puts things together is just totally like inspiring. Such a talented person. But it just leaves me wanting more every time. And, we're just putting time into watching it. Junks, if you're trying to catch the attention of like-minded souls on your track, if you want to catch the attention of more people to inspire them, then more catchy videos might be a plan. But then you put out some videos leading to spirituality. That's a good tactic. Good idea. Smash Bros. That was a cool name. This fire cape, when I was a noob, I saw someone that was like, I think 123 combat in Varrock, and he had a fire cape. And I always, when I saw that, it made an impression. This is when I was like a 12-year-old. And I was like, oh my god, 123 combat with a fire cape. How on earth? Like, I didn't even know what a fire cape was. It's just like, whoa, he's got lava on his back. So I think next time I go into the members game, whenever that may be, I'm definitely going to go for a fire cape. Bulk's off for a farm run before he heads to a football game. Hey, thanks for being here, Bulk. Go do that farm run. I appreciate you. Thank you. Dan, I bought a Bhagavad Gita as it is and started reading it thanks to you. The commentary in there is crazy. I really appreciate you sharing your thoughts, your theological, spiritual knowledge of all of us. Yeah, that is amazing. Thank you so much, Dan. Oh, sorry. I took a screenshot. Yeah, the introduction to the Bhagavad Gita is something really special. I did actually record a video of me reading the whole introduction, but I haven't had a chance to edit it down yet. But I can upload that if you guys are interested in it. Junksy makes a good point, for sure. Yeah, I think I maybe will focus on making a couple of snappy videos. No more Twitch streams. I definitely would be up for making a Twitch stream. I need to put more energy into figuring out how to kind of live stream both on Twitch and on YouTube. So yeah, just Mohammed, since the world isn't ending, what other activities can I do other than playing? The world isn't ending. I mean, there's almost unlimited activities that you can do in this world, right? So, But what's the perfect activity? That's what I'll ask you. What's the perfect thing that you can do with your time? Because if RuneScape was perfect, then you'd be able to play it unlimitedly without ever getting burnt out and without being bored for one moment. But sometimes RuneScape's satisfying and fun, and I can play it for hours on end. And sometimes it's just a grind, and the thought of opening it is like heavy duty. You know, I don't know if you had that feeling. It's like, oh my god, like if you're just crafting gems and I do one inventory and I'm so passionate and ready, I just want more. I want something to entertain me right now and give me that quick dopamine hit. Crafting's not going to do that for me, so I switched it off straight away. So what is the perfect thing you could do with your time? I ask you. If everyone is serving, is no one serving? This is from something. If everyone is serving, is no one serving? Everyone is serving at all times. Yeah. So like, you know, we're always serving. Like right now, in one way I'm serving you by giving you sound vibration to consider. And in another way, you're serving me by kind of soaking in the sound vibration. So you're giving me your attention. So you're kind of serving me with your attention, and I'm serving you with my sound vibration. And similarly, like everything is some kind of exchange of service, and everyone's giving something at all times, and everyone's receiving something at all times. And one thing that I've kind of been tuning into on the past couple of days is this kind of, I've tapped into like this vein of gratitude. So kind of really recognizing how much I'm receiving from everyone around me. Like, because even if someone is serving you food someone's like serving you food in a, I don't know, like a fast food restaurant, or if someone's even stacking the shelves in the local supermarket, and you go there and you pick up something and you buy it, I've been feeling like, wow, I'm really grateful that person has done that they've done that for me, you know, although they're doing it for their paycheck and they're doing it to kind of, for some personal reason. I've received that service of that person. They've stacked that shelf, or they've smiled at me, or they said hi to me. And kind of when you start to be grateful and see that actually, you know, all of this stuff comes from Krishna, you know, all of this stuff is ultimately Krishna is being kind to us, you know. It's something I've been feeling, and really kind of melts your heart if you could be more grateful and you can plug into that. Like, wow, like everyone is doing so much nice service around here, you know. Even if they're doing it unconsciously, even if they're not doing it to serve God, but they're doing it to serve the material energy. However you look at it, it's pretty nice. So these are some thoughts, something I've done. Junk says, praise God, Allah, or the God that inspires you is the best thing you can do, whether that's meditation, prayer, or any other things. Yeah. Chanting the names of God is extremely powerful, you know. Dan, you were wondering if I could shed light on how to manage emotions like anger and frustration, as well as Maya, and how to be more in touch with what you truly need. Yeah, anger and frustration are really, really painful, really, really toxic emotions that kind of have this polluting feeling. They kind of, every time you ever get angry, you always feel a bit like kind of dirty afterwards, like you need some kind of a subtle shower. It's like a toxic kind of spillage inside your heart, you know. And like one important thing is to control these urges. Like a beautiful verse from the Upadeshamrita which was written by Rupa Goswami, who is a saint from India from around 500 years ago, a follower of the Golden Monk, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But he says, Vacho vegam manasukroda vegam jiva vegam udara pashta vegam hitam vegam yo veshaheta dirar sarvam apimam pritavim sasishyat. He says that you need to control your urge to speak. You have to control the mind's demands and the actions of anger. And in that way you can be someone who can lead by example. Because as long as you're being angry, it shows that you're not a qualified leader. You can't be an inspiration to anyone else, because every time you get angry, it's not that you're displaying strength. It's actually that you're displaying weakness. You're displaying the reality that you can't control your own emotions. You can't. You're not in control of yourself. You've lost control. So anger has to be controlled in some way, and that control might look like you leaving. I used to get really angry every morning when we do 2 hours of meditation in the temple, and it wouldn't take much for me to be angry. Like someone looks at me the wrong way, like one of the monks looks at me the wrong way, and I'd just be like, who's that guy think he is? Blah, 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 blah. My mind would just be kicking off, you know. And my temple president, the kind of head monk, he said to me, like, you know, when you get angry, you should just walk around the bay. Like I live in Cardiff Bay, so it's like an hour and a half walk. Whoa, blue party hat. Drop party. Yeah, it's an hour and a half walk around the bay. So like, he said, just go for a walk and chant your rounds. So that's what I did, you know. So like, yeah, we have to come up with little coping mechanisms that we can use to control that urge to act on the anger. That's kind of the first step of it, is like, okay, I got to control the urge. But then you'll notice that, okay, this anger is coming up too often. So after you've kind of got a handle on it and stopped acting on it so much, then is when you have to kind of do the internal work and ask yourself, what is it that's making me so angry? Like, why am I frustrated? Like, why am I having difficulty with this emotion? And why is this emotion ruling me? Because ultimately, if we can't get a cap on the anger, you can't get control on the emotion, it'll destroy your life. You know, hatred destroys. It pollutes and just destroys everything. So, yeah, we have to kind of figure out, okay, why am I angry? What is it that's frustrating me about this situation? This person said something to me and it triggered the anger. But it's not about what that person said. There's something deeper. It's triggering something deeper than that. And that's when you need like a genuine, like, kind of spiritual process to help you go deeper. And you also need good association and company that can help you kind of probe into that kind of stuff in a healthy and safe way. And not in a way that's just like focusing on that exclusively. Oops. Sorry, I just rambled there for a little bit. So Boris said, fear poisoned me for some time. At some point, fear turns into spite, and I find out that spite kills. Yeah, fear is one of the animal propensities. So animals eat, sleep, mate, and defend. Hey, Chase. So eat, sleep, mate, defend. So defending, this fearing propensity. Animals are scared. You know, they're looking over their shoulder, twitching, freaking out, scared. So when you're scared, then you go into defense mode. And what's the most powerful form of defense? Is attack. Attack's the most powerful form of defense, or the most a strong method for defending yourself. So if you feel scared about the world, you feel scared about your position, you feel scared about something in your life, you feel inadequate, you feel weak, whatever it is, then oftentimes the way that we kind of face that fear is by puffing our chest up and displaying anger, or trying to show that we're not scared, trying to attack others to prove that we're not scared. But, you know, anyone who's got a little wisdom can can see, okay, this person's acting in a very hateful and spiteful way. So that means that person's scared. That means that person's in a weak position. So as long as we're letting that fear rule us, then we're going to be in a bit of a suffering situation. I remember there was a Christian rapper that I once used to listen to, and he said, when you feel the fear, then you know the devil is near. So in the Hare Krishna philosophy, the devil means Maya. It means illusion. It means you think that you're separate from God. So when you feel fear, it means that you're acting in a way that you're not connected to God. You're not acting in a way that you're connected to the ultimate reality. So it's a good indication that you're not in alignment with your kind of higher spiritual path, is when you're feeling fear. So I go back to the harping on the Maha Mantra, but Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. A really easy chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this mantra, this will get you in tune with that higher self, with God. Immediately, the name and the named are one. So just by chanting that mantra, simple, very simple, then you can become abhaya. The word is abhaya, means free from fear. Krishna even says at the end of the Bhagavad Gita, Sarva dharman parityaja mamakam sharanam vraja aham tvang sarva pabemyo mokshayasyami ma suchaha. He says, abandon all varieties of religion and surrender to me. I'll deliver you from all of your sinful reactions. Ma suchaha, do not fear. So yeah, if we can kind of start to apply some of the teachings from the Bhagavad Gita into our life, then we'll feel the fear gradually eep out of our lives. But gradually is the key word. It takes quite a while. Junk says, you should be grateful for all things you receive, whether it's good or bad. Even if everything is balanced in life, not everything can be perfect. It's about accepting what's going on and going with the flow. That's a really nice piece of wisdom. If you guys weren't tuning in earlier, Junks shared how he kind of he got into an accident and he ended up burning a lot of his face. He lost an eye. He had some ligament damage in his hand, and so he's speaking from realization here. He's had a lot of kind of bad things happen to him, and from what he's saying from this comment, he's grateful for what he's received. Like, he's gone with the flow of it, and he's made realizations that there's more to life. Junk says you should meditate or chant to control the mind, chatter. So be the observer of your own thoughts and emotions and learn to be friendly with the observer and your body and self. When you feel bad, thoughts come up. Just imagine you're seeing it down on the leaf and letting it flow down the river and go over the edge, fading away. Whoops, that's a horrible sound. It's about watching it and letting it pass. Hey, Aham Gotem. Yeah, so really nice. Junk's got a lot of realizations from life. Dan, thanks a lot. Hey, you're welcome. Ethan says Jesus Christ is Lord. Yeah, we absolutely adore Jesus Christ. If you want to talk about someone whose entire life was the perfect example, then look no further. Jesus sacrificed everything of himself for the betterment of others, and he taught about love of God being superior to religious observance. So you know the story of the Pharisees. The Pharisees are like kind of orthodox Old Testament Jewish personalities, and they were very obsessed with performing these perfect rituals, the sacrifices, and all of these different religious, ritualistic ceremonies, and they would give Jesus Christ, his disciples, they'd give them a bad time. And Jesus, he set a great example, and he said that the Pharisees were followers in name only. He said that the Pharisees were overly obsessed with the external material side of religion, and that actually, although Jesus's followers may have been dirty or whatever, they may have been following the rituals incorrectly, they had much more devotion in their heart, and so therefore they were far, far superior to the most elevated of the Pharisees. So Jesus was very, he'd emphasize love of God being superior to the external religious observances. And then also, if you just look at the sacrifice that Jesus, he died on the cross to deliver anyone who became a follower of him afterwards. Like complete and utter self-sacrifice just for the betterment of other persons. Like if we can live our life in this way and sacrifice to help other people come to God, then we're a true Christian, then we're a true spiritual practitioner. So even if you look on the cross, he looked over, and one of the fellow criminals was saying, "Come on, where's your God now? If your God is real, where is he now? He's not saving me now." And there was another man on the cross. He said, "No, this man is telling the truth, and I believe him. I follow you, Jesus Christ." And Jesus said, "You'll be the first one to come with me." So Jesus' mercy, this is a criminal, he's done something terrible. He's being crucified for a reason, not Jesus, but the other person. And he says, "You'll be the first with me." So Jesus' mercy extends to the most fallen individuals. So yeah, Jesus is Lord. He's the Lord of my heart. Like I offer my full respects to Jesus Christ. I mean, unbelievable personality. And I think if you become a true Christian and follow the Bible, then salvation awaits. But then again, Jesus, he chastised the Pharisees for a reason, because they were being overly obsessed with the external aspects of their religion. So many persons who practice Christianity maybe today, maybe they aren't following with their heart, but maybe they're following externally, and perhaps Jesus Christ, if he saw those followers, would say, "Yeah, you're a follower in name only." So it's interesting, and I think we really have to kind of represent spirituality. So we have to represent in a genuine way rather than in an external way. We have to follow with our hearts. Dan's saying, "Can you explain the personality of Godhead as opposed to gods?" Yeah, so if you've read any of the Hare Krishna kind of books, there's this phrase which is completely new if you've never read one, that says the supreme personality of Godhead. So Godhead, I think comes from a German word, Gottheit, which means like the source of everything. But the key word is the personality of Godhead. So it's this, the Vedic conception is that in the ultimate issue, God is a person. He's not an impersonal energy. But by the way, just quickly, I'll say, Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaudavani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pastita Deshatarine. So like God is a person and not an impersonal energy. The impersonal energy is an aspect of God, but it's inferior to his personality. Main reason being is because if you want to exchange love with someone else, it's imperative that they're a person that's able to reciprocate in loving exchange. So yeah, you kind of, like if I was to trade with someone in here, like if they're just totally non-personal, then how can they accept the trade? How can they, you know what I mean? Like if you're playing RuneScape and there's loads of bots, you can't really have relationships with the bots. You know what I mean? You can't like. There's a spade. You need to have a relationship. There needs to be a soul there. There needs to be a personality there. So like that, God is a person, because he can reciprocate with our loving exchanges. The supreme personality of God. It's interesting. Maybe I haven't cleared that up. So if you want to leave another comment, that would be fine. Just so I can bounce off your comment to be able to kind of be able to explain what I mean. Because yeah, Junk says, I was trying to save the one soul, the consciousness of life force itself, and save people from wrongdoings, and take them onto myself, rising to the challenges of the face. What of God's an Iron Man, though? God is totally independent. He doesn't need us, but he wants us. You know what I mean? Iron Man. Oh, I just noticed. Oyster's got the mole slips. Okay, he's gone up in my estimation. To be honest, though, the idea of God being a person is kind of quite a almost philosophically controversial point. And I'll be honest with you, like I'm not the most philosophically kind of minded person. Like I like philosophy to a certain level, but I'd say like my level would be like 73 or maybe 80 in philosophy. I don't have 99 philosophy. Like some of the monks in the temple, they're so philosophically strong that they can explain exactly what the Supreme Personality Godhead means philosophically. Whereas I'm more on the level of like, I'm not my body, I'm a spirit soul, and so on. You know what I mean? So I just be honest with you there. It's not even humility, it's just reality. So I missed one of Junks' comments. Okay, Maya is the illusion of the self. That's what I was trying to do when I burnt myself. I tried to go to hell, even if it was for a short time, to save others and make the world a better place. It's a long story that I won't go over, but yeah, I was trying to save the one soul, the consciousness of life force itself, and save people from wrongdoings and take them onto myself, rising the challenges others face. Wow, that's very hardcore. It's like you hear of this kind of idea, the martyr, like sort of taking on the sins of others. Vasudev Dutt from the Gaudiya Vaishnava literatures, he wanted to take on the sins of the entire universe. So yeah, it's like definitely but you can fly as high as your wings can take you. So yeah, we can. For me, I'm on the level of trying to save myself, in one sense, because then I can help others. I can only give as much as I've gotten. I don't know if that makes sense. Dark says 80 Slayer or woodcutting. For you, Slayer. For me, woodcutting. I'm staying free to play-ish. Dan, I appreciate your explanation. I do think I get the distinction better now. I'm about to head off. I just want to say thanks so much, and I appreciate the stream and everyone in the chat. Good evening. Thanks, Dan. Junk says, and now I have the marks for it, which I see as an achievement, but that's where I'll leave it now. Yeah. It's very strong. A strong thing to do in one set, like a very powerful statement. Yeah. Can anyone see the the link to Discord in the kind of whatever you call it? The description. Because it would be cool to get some of you guys' voice in there. Oh, you said you were like level 80 philosophy, so like 80 Slayer or 80 Woodcutting, based on Slayer is harder than to level. Hey, Blunt Rapier, good to see you again. Hare Krishna. So philosophy, I'd say it's more like Slayer. Like it's a low XP. So like, say, as a monk, spent 5 years as a monk reading philosophy books for 2 hours a day, and I'm at level 80. So you do the maths. 365 times 2, 700 hours a year times 5. Yeah, it's extremely slow XP. But that's the thing with life. The XP rates are even slower than RuneScape, believe it or not. Like, whoa, what the heck? Is that someone speaking?
Yeah, hey Monk. It's
Hey.
Junks.
Hey, Junks. Hare Krishna. That's crazy. I don't even know how Discord works. So you can just speak to me now?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
But I don't think you can be heard on the stream. One sec.
No.
Okay, now I can hear you on the stream. Whoops. Maybe.
I'll leave then.
Okay. Interesting. I'm about to train. I'm also training crafting. Got 99 Slayer tonight also. Congrats, Blunt. Yeah, you can hear him. Interesting. Okay, so that works. I don't really know anything about Discord, but I was saying earlier, if you didn't tune in, that I had an idea to do a kind of a viewer call-in kind of live stream where people could come in and ask me questions. You know, like the therapy Gecko. So like you come in with your question. It could be RuneScape, it could be real life, it could be spiritual. And I'd try my best to kind of answer it, and we could have a little conversation on stream. No, Junks, you can join me if you like. I just was just... I don't know how Discord works, basically, so I was seeing if people could join in. So yeah, that's the main reason I got the Discord, is so that if people want to kind of do this therapy Gecko, the old school monk user call in, and then we can go somewhere like some monastery far away in the game and just kind of have a conversation. I don't know. Cool idea. Hey, Tuesday, innit? So yeah, I probably have to shoot off soon. I think I've been streaming quite a long time. 1 hour 22. It's not even that long. Feels like a while. We've managed to get 300 odd K crafting experience, and I like to train crafting whilst doing something else because it goes so quick. You don't even have to do anything. You don't have any questions, Kafquest cute kid. Yeah. I guess then you wouldn't be able to call in. You gotta have to have a question. But yeah, I guess I'm not exactly I'm not super qualified on such matters, but I've had some experiences in life that may be interesting. The remote area RuneScape talk show would be cool. Yeah, actually, I like the idea of doing it in sort of, like Mud Skipper Point, north of Mudskipper Point, there's this cool little church that we went to on the 99 prayer live stream. I thought that was cool. Yeah, Junks has got some stuff to say. Yeah, I think I'd need like some kind of I don't know, some kind of moderator person that could like speak to the person beforehand while I'm live streaming and kind of give a gist of the conversation. And I don't know, I feel like it would have to be moderated in some way, because I don't want to just like have someone come on and just like troll, but maybe that would be fun. See how I can spar with a troll, because when we were monks we used to go out on the street almost every day, distributing Bhagavad Gita and the spiritual kind of wisdom literatures, and obviously you come in contact with all kinds of persons on the street, and so you become kind of expert with dealing with different personalities, and sometimes you've got to go heavy on someone because they're being extremely disrespectful. You got to stick up for yourself. You got to be street smart. It's not about just being like some humble monk that gets walked all over. So it could be a bit of fun. Yeah, the fan base in the game would be very respectful. Yeah, I've noticed that the persons that are kind of gravitated and attracted and drawn to these videos tend to be intelligent, respectful, kind, honest, open personalities. You know, there's not many haters in the comments, that's for sure. I think that's just, I don't know why that is, to be honest. I don't know why. Maybe because I've noticed there is definitely toxic pockets on RuneScape. Like for instance, when I was doing star mining, like the super AFK mining method, a lot of the persons that were kind of around the stars mining, they were talking about some very like kind of low level stuff, like very sexual, kind of gross and disgusting. And I was telling some of them off in the game, I was like, is there any need for you to kind of operate on that lower level? Because yeah, you know, maybe it's fun, but it's a bit childish, like talking such, I don't know, I'm not that into it. I think it's your energy and the vibe of your videos is too peaceful to attract as much toxicity. Yeah, I think that's one thing with keeping the videos simple, keeping them a bit like not very quick, like you know, like super short cuts. People get too bored to even bother. Like they don't even get into the videos enough. You know, because that's the thing. I think people that have that lower attention span are also perhaps making more toxic comments because they're more operating off that mental platform. They're not so deep in their thinking. Blunt Rapier says, have you considered creating a clan in-game? You could have your own community hub area southeast of the Grand Old Exchange where you could do bank standing skills in the clan hall. Really? And have your personalized clan Vexilium, which is like a banner. That sounds really cool. Is it available for free to play? Is one question I'd ask. And also, at the moment I'm really not playing much. Like I'm playing tonight because it's a Saturday, but generally I'm just AFKing in my pocket. Does it matter? Would it matter to people that I wouldn't be very active in the clan? You know, I'm kind of relatively inactive. Like I've just been splashing mage for the whole week. That's the only thing I've done. Anyway, shooting stars. Vup says shooting stars are the peak degeneracy in RuneScape. I think that's probably true, right? But I one thing I was confused is if you're mining shooting stars, like why would you be typing anything? Like why would you even be looking at the screen? It doesn't make sense to me. Like if you're paying attention to the game enough to type, then do something better than shooting stars. Anyway, maybe that says a lot. Like for me, the shooting star is like just there so you click every 7 minutes and then you can get on with something else in the meantime. Can you explain ego in chat? Would you mind not egotistical? Would you mind not egotistical, but what the human ego is? The ego, ahankara mudatma. So like ego. I got one. You got one. Oh, who's this now? Obzon. One sec. I could put you on the stream.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I think the stream can hear you too.
Great. Well, I had a question for you, for a little stream engagement, I suppose.
Yeah, sure.
And I hope it's not disrespectful, no, I'm not droning.
Yeah.
Ever since, for the first time, I saw an image of Krishna. I wondered why. Yes, sorry.
He's on the screen now.
I was wondering why is his skin blue?
Why is?
And I have also seen I'm not sure if this is correct, but Vishnu also is blue.
Who is it? Vishnu.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering, is there any deeper meaning to that, symbolically speaking?
I suppose, I could ask you, why is the sky blue?
Well, there are answers there, I guess, like some diffraction of light, but I do not think that's the answer you want me to give you.
I guess there's a scientific answer, yeah, for sure, you're right.
Yeah.
But I guess just in looking at it more philosophically, it's like the sky is blue because the sky is blue. The diffraction of light explains why it's specifically blue, but it's not the sky. It's just that's the color of the sky. So it's the same thing with Krishna. It's why is Krishna blue? Because he's blue. And
well,
and maybe it's not scientifically satisfactory as an answer, but I guess that's why it falls into the category of a faith thing, so it's you just have to accept it.
Okay, that's interesting.
It's not.
Thank you for answering.
We can keep going into it a little bit, but the actual kind of complexion of Krishna is described that it's like blackish blue, like a rain cloud about to pour forth rain, like a monsoon cloud. That really deep, dark, purpley, rumbly.
I have an idea.
Yeah, and his dhoti, his trousers, are the color of lightning. So he's got this magnificent complexion. Now, in a photograph or a painting, you can only really paint blue because we're in a material world, and we're limited by the kind of color palette that we have to represent Krishna. But his actual complexion is this wonderful, celestial, deep, blackish blue. The color in the scriptures, the way he's described this, wow, that sounds attractive,
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, you can't capture God with your material kind of brain, because he's totally inconceivable, because the apparatus that we have for conception is limited to the material realm. So it's even say you're talking about RuneScape, it's within RuneScape there's only within the game engine, it only allows a certain kind of level of content, and in order to go beyond that content, you'd have to change the game engine. So similarly, our ability to conceive is limited to the game engine of this material world, so to speak, So it's okay, why is Krishna blue? Well, we're still thinking in terms of this world and trying to limit him to our intellect, which you can do to some extent, but at some point you just have to surrender to the faith argument. It's just okay, I just got to accept that Krishna is blackish blue, like a monsoon cloud about to pour forth rain. It's not I just have to accept I can't understand. This is
this kind of reminds me of something.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not very experienced with. I have not read much about Krishna and Hinduism and those, this group of religions.
Yeah.
But I know that there are basically 4 ages
Yeah.
that are kind of,
The yugas.
happening. And Krishna comes in the last age of darkness, or it's not age of darkness, but it gets dark.
Yeah, it's like the winter.
Yeah, and I find it interesting that he's described as this dark blue, that being symbolic of his age, like the age he arrives in.
Yeah.
And I was also discussing this with a friend of mine, that his birthday is about, not exactly the day of the equinox when the day becomes shorter, but somewhere around that time of fall, which I think is also very interesting symbolically speaking.
Wait, sorry, can you say that again? My whole brain, my attention went somewhere else.
Yeah, don't worry about
apologies.
it. I'm just thinking about how what you described, him being a very, very dark blue, or like a dark rain cloud, is interesting symbolically speaking. And I kind of connected with the time of his approximate birth.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the date kind of shifts. And also of the age he's supposed to represent. So, that's that kind of answered it for me. I wanted to see the symbolism. I find beauty in such complex religious systems.
Yeah, there's definitely, if you read, there's a book called Krishna book. If you go on Vedabase, if you just typed in like Krishna book Vedabase, it's like it gives the whole story of Krishna's birth. Like you can read it if you're interested in reading, but like if you're into symbology, like in his childhood he kills so many demons, and each demon represents like something within us which we need to conquer. So.
Yeah, I found it in the Vedabase. It's very many chapters, I see.
Yeah, 90 chapters. But actually, my kind of housemate just said, "Can I be quiet?" So I might have to end the stream.
Okay, don't worry about it. But thanks for having me on. And
thanks for being the first call in.
Of course. Bye bye.
Obza and everyone, give him a Hare Krishna in the chat.
Hare Krishna.
Cool. That was fun. Okay. Well, thanks everyone. I didn't get to. My housemate he wants me to be quiet. So I can't really carry on. But thanks to everyone who left a comment. Liam said someone sold me a book like 7 years ago. I didn't know what it was. He just mentioned charity, enlightenment. I just checked what it was. It was Bhagavad Gita, bro. See, there's a little Krishna miracle. Pick it up and have a read. Yeah. Thanks for everyone. I guess this is Krishna's plan that it finishes now. But yeah, much appreciate you guys' attention. 444. Let's get on with it. Hare Krishna.